Hello boys and girls, I'm in a park here. You can see this fountain, it says University of Vienna. I hope it's not too loud. The funny thing is, whenever there's like a stronger wind, then the fountain suddenly gets a lot noisier because the water is like falling down more aggressively and it gets noisy. So I hope that doesn't happen. Maybe I actually should just walk away from that thing. So a few weeks ago I was making this video. I think I called it Science Doesn't Need You or Math Doesn't Need You, something like that. And the message there was basically, given the fact that physics, science, that these are non-living entities in the sense that they have no emotions, you should definitely not feel like some responsibility towards these subjects to defend them, or I don't want to tell you what you should and shouldn't do. I am just saying you don't have to. It's like a temptation to identify with these entities like math, or align with them and then defend them like people, defending them like you would people. And you can, of course, if you enjoy that, if you get something, if it gives something to you, you can like advertise math. But basically, this is a sort of moral thing that people it grows on them to defend what they identify with, like you're a math or physics student, and then you get sort of emotionally attached to that, and there's some sort of irrationality in that. In a sense, we can do again. I don't want to tell people what they shouldn't do. You can do that, but I noticed that this attachment is not. You don't have to have it. So maybe that's helpful actually if you think about it a little bit more. Maybe this is a very abstract point, but I hope I get across what I'm saying. And yesterday I was watching a video by a YouTube channel I quite like. It's like she has a PhD in physics a few years ago. I think her name is Angela Collier. I might mispronounce that or misremember the name. But she has for physics YouTube, fairly big YouTube channel. She makes occasionally like some explainer videos where she sits down and explains things, sometimes even does experiments. But probably like I think half of her videos are where she sits down and criticizes something, where she laments about things. I mean, I would even say she's like a little bit, she cries a little bit about these things, too much. But in any case, like it's a fantastic channel, and she knows what she's talking about. Like she has like a insider perspective, you might say. And in this video yesterday that I watched of her, it was called Conspiracy Theorists and You, or Conspiracy Theory and You. She was like talking about physics crackpots. She has like several videos in this direction on her channel, and there she was first mentioning the fact that there's a lot of like science skepticism, and a lot of YouTubers, like even scientists, even physicists, who jump on that, and then there's some sort of audience capture where basically the sport is to bash things and not actually discuss the topics in these fields. And she was reflecting on the fact that apparently like she has quite a bit overlap with that audience, and that even like she gave some examples where people get away with the idea that she is like a super skeptic of academia, and she is basically in this video defending academia quite a bit, and the process and like trying to correct a possible takeaway from her previous videos, where she talks negatively on the history of string theory, or at least how it's perceived in the media. Then one key thing is that people apparently get away from her videos and are like, they perceive it as her criticizing the physics subjects as such, and then in this video she like repeatedly like affirms But this is, I don't want people to get away with these ideas. I like physics, I do like physics, and blah blah blah. And this reminded me of my video where I said, math doesn't need you to defend it, and to like add one more point in this direction. I think it's also important to clarify this in your head, that math, physics also will not be offended if you do not like it. And maybe this sounds like I'm not even making a real point here, but the thing is that often I talk with people and I maybe explain something, or I ask about something in more detail that I get explained, and then people would say, "Oh, do you really like math and these kind of things?" Especially people who are not like directly in the academic field. And I always I feel like a little bit troubled with this question, because it's not like, maybe I would even go as far as say, I don't really like math. Like it's we have only these few words to describe things, and so we fail to capture meaning properly, right? And you don't want to do as I do here, talk 6 minutes to just explain my point and still not get it across properly. The thing is that, like, there's some things that I like. I like LCD sound systems or some artists and some songs. I like listening to the Arctic Monkeys. That's something I really like, and I like eating a good pizza. On the other extreme, I don't really like going to the gym if I don't have to. I don't too much, and I saw some fitness YouTubers that also were saying this outright, some super fit guys who still say it's a really a struggle to get off to the gym, but there's a target, you want to get there, and so that's their relationship they have to the gym. Now, my relationship with math is somewhere, I would say, in between. Of course, the good thing with math is that you can have these aha moments where you're really like, oh, there's a satisfaction in it, maybe more than, I don't know, maybe if you do break your personal PR in the gym, then even if you have a so-so relationship with the gym, you can get something out of it. In math, it's maybe even more simple. Like I have this subject where I don't know too much about it. Let's say some subfield, additive combinatorics or whatever. This is something that one of the fields that I really did not jump into too much in my life. That I have sort of on my radar. Oh, there's something where I don't know too much about it. And I know I can, jump in and get the fundamentals, look at the main theorems, and then I get an aha moment and say, oh wow, now I understand something that all these last 15 years I did not know. And I, as you see my YouTube channel, I'm doing a lot of statistics lately, and just the other week I was looking more at Wiener measures again and so on. And then you always you grab some things and you obtain them and you learn something new and you get something, and there is something good. So this is all just to say there is something nice in math, in the process of doing math. But at the same time, it's not like pure enjoyment like Arctic Monkeys, listening to Arctic Monkeys or whatever. Yeah. So if you ask me, do you like math? No, it is. I don't want to say it's a tool, and it's not. It's also sort of the wrong word. It's like the problem is that, or the challenge is that math sort of insists on itself. Math insists on itself, and you just have to do it. It's part of the abstract realm of knowledge that I do want to scout out. I want to there's something Faustian about it. I want to obtain this knowledge, so I want it for this. And also you need math for other things. Maybe I don't know. General applied statistics, physics, finance. For all these things you want math, and in my experience it's always much more comfortable if you know in principle all the things that you use. Like I'm looking at optimization at the moment. If you have a background and know, there's a derivative in this space, but I know in principle how to, how that would roughly look, how robust that is if you generalize it to some other Banach space and whatever. So once you know then the standard ways in which things generalize, then you feel much more comfortable even with the more applied things that you do. And if you know computation, if you know some logic, which I do, then you feel better about it. So there's this thing where it's just so helpful to do it, to learn it, but it's not like I when I do it, I have a need in mind, and I try to like it. I try to, I get a nice coffee. I try to get myself comfortable. I'm now realizing this is another like math sorcerer kind of video, like struggle with math kind of video. But like it's not like I don't like math like I like LCD sound systems. It's like it's just there, and it's an easy way to get up and one up on people who are like too lazy to learn math, because like I easily see that whenever I like do some crypto stuff, I encounter in the wild some simple optimization problems or some graph or some statistic things where it's just you can easily make like more money just knowing a little bit math. So it's like, okay, so I'm trying to conclude this video. The thing is that you should also not, like, what I really want to say is, I mean, you can say, oh, I like physics, and Angela can be like, she takes it sort of personally apparently in this video. People get away with the idea of her being another person than she is, that she wouldn't actually, that she's much more skeptical of academia, and that she actually is skeptical of physics herself, but she loves physics. And in the same way that physics does not need you, see previous video, you can also not insult physics. You don't have to say you like it. And I don't even feel the need to align with other people who do physics to tell them, oh, I like this too, or math. I mean, in the end, people will charge you more by what you do and what you put out and what you actually use and how you spend your time than what you say anyway, right? I mean, I can say I don't like math all I want. If I have a consistent channel where I upload videos every now and again on these kind of topics, they get the right impression of what it is. But this is just me distancing myself even more from any sort of science subjects, fandom, or defending, or advertiser, educator. That's not me, and I think this is like intelligent to not be this emotionally attached. Again, if you want to do that, if you get something out of it, if you feel like really a pleasure out of teaching, out of bringing it to the people, and a lot of YouTubers are driven by this. I make videos and I show people the joy of math. Then by all means do that, but there is nothing nothing forces you to go into this direction, and maybe it helps you to like drop it off. Be a little bit more zen about it. Even if it could be something good, maybe it's actually better to not engage with this potential good, because then you also don't need to defend it, and you're not so annoyed by people who are of the complete opposite direction. I have a lot less problem with these people on YouTube calling these other people grifters, having to correct them, having to like defend or criticize academia. Well, I really don't care. I do the things that I'm interested in. I learn the things that I need to obtain this knowledge, and yeah, that's I think that's the wisest view. So you should adopt my view here. Okay, take care.